Are you looking for a simple indicator and trading strategy that can help you become a profitable trader? If so, then you need to watch this video where I'm going to talk through the easy to use learning crypto trend and momentum indicator that you can see on the chart in front of you that has been created by one of our analysts and how we've been using it to identify trades for the members of our growing trading community. Before we get into that though, let's take a look at the bigger picture and do some technical analysis on Bitcoin and Ethereum and see what could potentially happen this week. So as I've been talking about the last few weeks on Bitcoin weekly time frame, you can see we are still managing to hold the 236 on the Fib retracement, which is the weekly level of 65.5k. We had another tap of 60.5k last week, strong bullish response from that, and as you can see, trading back above that 236 at 65.5k. So that looks pretty good to me. If we go down to the daily though, we are in a little bit of a trouble area. You can see if we zoom in, got rid of those weekly levels on the daily time frame just to make it a little bit of a cleaner chart. You can see we're currently in a range. We managed to hold those daily range lows down at 61.1k over the course of last week. As you can see, several taps of this daily range low, but a nice bullish response on Friday, and as you can see, trending upwards quite nicely. Now the trouble area I'm talking about, we're currently on or testing the EMA 21 on the daily time frame. We're also hitting the 50 at the RSI, which can sometimes be a little bit of a resistance or support, obviously depending on which way it's coming from. And we've also got the mid-range here at about 67k. So bit of a trouble area. However, if we can push through this, we should be in for quite a bullish week. Maybe have a retest of those previous all-time highs of 69k. So far, so good. If we take a look at Ethereum, again, going on the higher time frames, take a look at the weekly. Zoom out a little bit, again holding to that 382 as you can see, which is that weekly level of 3060, which is pretty good. Had a double tap of the EMA 21 on the weekly time frame as well, held both times, which is looking pretty good. If we go down to the daily, again, we are in a little bit of a trouble area on Ethereum as well. So not only are we hitting this EMA 21, as you can see, we've also got this daily level of resistance here at 3251, which we're currently rejecting off. And as you can see, Ethereum slightly weaker than Bitcoin at the moment. You can see it on the RSI, not quite up at that 50 RSI point there. But as I say, similar to Bitcoin, if we can just push past this little bit of trouble over this 3251 day level, reclaim the EMA 21, get above the RSI 50, then I think Bitcoin and Ethereum could be in for a decent week. If we take a look then at some altcoin trades and talk about this trading indicator, so we'll start on Rose, going on to the 4-hour time frame. So using this momentum indicator, let's talk about it. So you can see these two bars that we've got here at the moment. We can also actually add a third bar if you like, which is just on there. You can see all the settings are adjustable, but essentially what this is, as the name suggests, a trend momentum indicator. So you can see these three bars at the top. One is the asset itself against USDT. The second is the asset versus Bitcoin. And the third one at the bottom is Bitcoin versus USDT. So what you're looking for on these trend bars, green is obviously bullish, orange is like chop zone, and red is for bearish. So what you want to see in terms of looking for longs is obviously the asset USDT to be in the green, and then as confluence you'd quite like to see BTC USDT also in the green. And what you can do is you can either have this fixed to the time frame you're on, so it changes the time frame as you change the time frame, or you can have it stuck to a certain time frame that you choose, as you can see down here. So you can either have it on the chart, which is whatever you switch it to, or keep it pegged on one time frame. And as I say, you can change all the RSI settings, and it also shows potential and confirmed divergences as well. So you can turn on these labels as well. So the circles are for divergence confirmations, and as you can see, the labels are for potential and confirmed divergences. So as you can see, R means regular for either regular bull or regular bear, and H means hidden for either hidden bull or hidden bear. I quite like to have them turned off just for a little bit of cleanliness, a little bit of chart hygiene. But as you can see, it's all in this one indicator, which make things very simple. So my trading strategy using this indicator at the moment, what I like to see if I'm looking for longs, as you can see from this example here with Rose, is I like to see price being above the EMA 21. I like to see Bitcoin as well, also above the EMA 21 on the same time frame. I want to see green on the USDT pair, and I also want to see green on the BTC USDT pair. As you saw earlier, I don't usually use the asset BTC pair, so I ignore that. However, with everything else, I also like to see price action above the RSI 50, or at least retesting it as support again for longs. And that is pretty much it. And also, it's ideal as well as extra confluence if we're seeing an asset retest a previous level resistance as support. So that's all for longs. And of course, for shorts, it's the complete opposite. So red trend bars below the RSI 50, below the EMA 21, both the asset and Bitcoin, and of course, testing a level of resistance. So these are two trades that I put into the Learning Crypto Traders Lounge, into the tool section, which is on our Discord. So if you want to check that out, this is a little preview of it here. So here we are on the Discord. This is the Traders Lounge into the trade section. You can see I put the trade in here. Very easy to see and read and follow. As you can see, other traders in here as well. Anthony, who designed the indicator, putting in some Bitcoin scalps. Dan as well with some scalps. And then this is my second trade here, VeChain on the 4 hour. And then as you can see, we've got the trade success where we've got plenty of profitable trades coming in throughout the day. So lots of scalping, lots of swing trades going on in that Discord. If you're interested in signing up, head to our website, learningcrypto.co.uk, and you can see the membership options here. So you do save 10% if you use the code intro, and there's also a big saving on annual as well as opposed to monthly. So monthly premium 15 a month, whereas the annual is 120, and then monthly Traders Lounge is 25, annual is 250, and the trading indicator comes with the Traders Lounge and everything else with it. If you want to check out another video on the indicator, we've got a YouTube video rather following this link here. So the plug for premium and the Traders Lounge done, let's get back to the chart. So as I just showed you, this was our entry on Rose. So the reason I entered this, we were coming back down, retracing from a break of this 4 hour level of resistance, coming down, testing at support. We retested the EMA 21 as well. Price action was above the RSI 50, and we had green trend on both the asset itself and the BTC bar. We came back down a little bit further. I actually entered right on this level of support, and as you can see, we are trending upwards. We have come back down to entry. However, this 4 hour level is holding as support, so I'm pretty happy with that. We are in a little bit of profit, but nothing to shout about just yet. If we move on to VeChain, again, same circumstances. So you can see on the higher time frames, we just go to the daily. You can see we're in a weekly and daily range, bounce off the daily range lows, which is looking pretty good. Went down to the 4 hour level, and you can see we'd reclaimed the MA 21. I waited for us to break above this 4 hour level of resistance, which we did. Came back down, retested the support, retested the EMA 21, retested the RSI 50, green trend bar on the asset and BTC. So looking pretty good. And again, in a fair bit of profit there, not too bad. Again, nothing really crazy to shout about just yet. If we grab our indicator, so 2% on 5x leverage, which we are, it's about 10% profit, not too bad. Going to take TP here at 0.042, which is the local highs, and then hopefully run up to this 4 hour level up here at 0.046. Another trade I entered, this was on my personal account, was Matic. So again, same circumstances. We've broken this 4 hour level of resistance, come back down, retest the support, retest the MA 21, price action above the RSI 50, retesting it at support, green trend on the asset itself and the BTC bar as well. And that's in a bit more profit, currently running about 20% profit. You can see the screenshot on the screen there. So showing you evidence that we obviously entered Rose and VeChain on the Discord, and the screenshot there shows that I did actually enter Matic. Now, there's a couple more examples that I didn't enter, however, shows you the reliability of the indicator and the strategy itself. Again, with this one, with AVAX, we didn't quite come back down deep enough to test the 4 hour level of previous resistance. Now flip to sport, but you can see we tagged the MA21 perfectly there. Green trend bar on both AVAX and BTC, and we're just above the RSI 50 as well. So I was waiting for it to come down a little bit further. Had my entry right here at around $36, hoping for a retest of that support. Didn't happen. It front run me a little bit, but as you can see, still really good trade entry there. There's also Algo, as you can see, once again, came down, held the 4-hour level of support, pinged off the EMA21. Now the RSI was just a little bit too high for me. I was probably a little bit too greedy, waiting for it to come down to retest the RSI 50. Probably should have jumped in. However, I'd already entered these 3 trades, so I was quite happy with my risk at that time. And as you can see, sort of, you could argue it closed below, reclaimed, or it held, but you see, held that 4-hour level, pinged off the EMA21, and is starting to hopefully have another push up to that daily level there of 20 cent. And then finally, Doge. This is one you could probably still enter as you're watching this video, which is probably going to be uploaded very soon. So you can see broke above this previous level of resistance, this 4-hour level, come back down, held it as support, still holding it now, holding the EMA21, which is trending. Green trend bar on the asset itself, green trend bar on BTC, holding above the RSI 50 as support, and that is looking pretty good. So as I say, it's all about finding momentum, catching the momentum, and then riding the wave. It's not about catching bottoms or tops. You've got to be happy with the 60, 70, 80% in the middle of that. So you're not going to catch the bottom, you're not going to catch the top and get out, but you are going to hopefully catch that chunk of momentum and ride the wave, and still have a nice profitable trading strategy. So when it comes to trading, you only have to be right about 40% of the time, as long as your risk management is on point. So it's not all about finding the absolute there is no perfect trading strategy out there. If there was, then the market wouldn't exist. So this is a really nice trading strategy. It's getting some really good results. So if you're interested, as I say, go to learningcrypto.co.uk and have a look at signing up. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it useful. I'll obviously be back with you on Friday for an update on how these trades went, and we'll see how they go. But in the meantime, have a good week. I'll see you on the next video.